Welcome back everyone. In previous part we talk about what is GIS and the concept or the fundamentals of GIS. How it used the location based data and the satellite based images and feeds to answer some important questions in day to day life. In today's video we would be further exploring the QGIS software using data. Now the data for any GIS software is vector and rasters. So vectors are basically a shape files made up of lines, points and polygons that we are going to explore. So we will be handling shape files. We will be adding and we will be also creating shape files, how to rename them, relabel them with the help of the QGIS software. Before we jump into the QGIS software, let us first understand some basic concept. Now, geographic information technology is consists of global positioning systems, remote sensing, and GIS, geographic information system. So these three things made the geographic information technologies. Global positioning systems, GPS, that we talked about in previous part, is nothing but basically provides coordinates, that is in the x and y, which is latitude and longitude. So this coordinate provide the precise location of any object or any place on earth within 100 meter to sub-centimeter precision. Remote sensing satellites used to capture the images of the earth's surfaces. Sometimes aircraft or drone also used to capture those images. These are the data which has been fed to geographic information system, that is the software QGIS or ArcGIS Pro like software, which use this data to store, analyze, and display the information based upon the user preferences. Finding and accesses GIS data. Now, where to get those GIS data, like shape files and various other files, district boundaries, country boundaries. I have provided resource in the download link below, and there is one document. So this is the Word document in which I have compiled various resources from where you can get the GIS data. You just go through it and check it out if it is useful to you. Like this is the Bhuvan data. This is for the Indian context, Indian satellite data. You have to register and you can log in and download those data. Then this is very important website diva-gis.org. From here you can get all the shape files related to your country. For example, you have to select the country and you have to select whatever you want to download, whether you want to download inland water, roads, railroads, elevation. After selection, you click OK and you will be able to download the shape file and you can practice on those data. So that is how you can find GIS data. You can also create your own data as far as the vector files is concerned, shape files is concerned. You can draw lines, roads, and demark your area or land. That today we are going to learn how to do that. Then accessing GIS. So there are certain applications like all of you must have used Google Maps, which is being used to find the location. Then there are certain desktop applications like QGIS and ArcGIS Pro. QGIS that we are using for this demonstration purpose, and ArcGIS Pro is also a software made by the ESRI. You can also able to share data with the organization or with the team. So it is possible with the ArcGIS Pro software that you can, whatever the work you have done, you can share through the server online. Those data can be accessed by your organization, the staff, team, and your subordinate. For example, if the civic body head is interested in the how many roads or the numbers of roads in the cities which require repair works, which are the lines or the major pipelines blockages are there or the damages are there. This kind of information required by the head of the civic body. And at the same time, the field level staff, they need to locate the exact location of that damages or where the worker has been allotted a today's work, day-to-day works, so he can locate and they can visit the exact places. So that is how it is being used. epidemic intelligence. In health system also, GIS helps to answer various queries like disease surveillance, clustering of cases, neighborhood cases, contact tracing, etc. This is the example of the dashboard, simple dashboard created using the My Map, Google My Map. So head of the department can look at this map and he can see that the area, the field practice area run by the Department of Community Medicine. And other staff can use this map to find out when the last time the field visit has happened in particular area, which are the area which is still need to be covered, so that the team can be sent. So this kind of thing. Global Positioning System, GPS, and RS remote sensing are sources for input data for GIS. As I said earlier, source of data. Like for any other study or any other survey, we are collecting data using paper or our smartphone. So those data in the form of age, sex, occupation. The additional data here we are collecting is the location data, the location based data having the longitude and latitude coordinates. So this kind of data are fed using the GPS and RS system. And GIS provide storing and manipulating those GPS and RS data. Alright friend, now it's time to explore the QGIS. We will be learning using the theory as well as the practical part. So now let us see what is GIS data. Double click on new project. So new project will be open. This is our browser panel from where you can browse your file. I have provided the resource material in the download link. You can download and you can copy paste it to your appropriate places. So this is the browser panel from which you can open the file or access the file. So these are the various volumes like your C drive, D drive, etc. Or if you have attached any external hard drive. So I have attached my external hard drive, that is why it is showing like this. So my data is in the external hard drive in this file QGIS and QGIS2. So download this file QGIS2. It is having all the required resources for this tutorial. And this is the layer panel. Alright, so drag and drop this Althan UATC area map save file. Also, so if you want to look how this save file looks, then you can right click and you can go to folder and you can see how it looks. So basically GIS files are made up of save files. This is .shp. This is the save file. Save file is nothing but the geometric shapes, lines, dots and polygons. Then this is .prg, that is the projection file. You need not to bother about these things. We will discuss it later. Then this is .dvf file. This is the database file or the attribute that is attached to the save file. So these are the file extension which has been used by GIS software. So just open it and just have a look at it. Alright, so again come back to our save file. So this is our save file. As a beginner, there are certain points you need to remember, otherwise you will get confused. So number one is that this is the this one here is the layer panel. Now layer panel is like a sandwich or like a burger. So it is having a layers of onions, bread, then whatever the stuff they are used to prepare it. Okay. So whatever the order of layer is very much important. The order of layer. So what is the order of layer? So actually there should be first order should be point, then there should be lines, then polygons, and then there will be your base layer. This way what will happen? So whatever, let me show you. So this is the another line map. Okay, now this one is the line. This layer is the line. This layer is polygon. So suppose if I change the order, I drag and drop and place the road beneath the save file. Then now what will happen? See here, it is disappear. So as I said, it is like this arrangement is like a sandwich. So whatever layer above, that will be visible. So again I am Again, I am keeping it on above the area map. See, now it is visible. So always remember the order of layers. And another second important point is, suppose if you are somewhere here, you have been lost and you want to again, and you are searching where is your save file or where is your map. Nothing you have to do, just you have to right click the layer and zoom to layer. So it will appear here. Similarly, you can have right click and zoom to layer and it will automatically focus to your map. So that is very important thing, because as a beginner you will be struggling with finding the maps, or you would be lost where your layer has been gone. So this kind of trouble you might face. So this is very important. And third thing is the resources, the practice file or the data from where it has to be downloaded. So I have given you very exclusive list, Word document, that is having all the resources available for the practice. So you can access it, you can check it out. So these are 3 important things for the beginner. Alright, so now we have this save file. Another important thing to remember is that whenever you are working with any folder or file or drive, you can just right click it and you can mark it as a favorite. So that file will be appear in your favorite. So every time you need not to access or browse through those files. Rather than you can click on favorite and you can access the file from here. So it is very easy and it will save you a lot of time. Browse and just drag and drop here. This Althan UATC area map.shp file. Alright, so when you are hovering on the file, it will show you some basic information like the name of the file, the projection system, where it is located, and when you right click and open the properties, or you can double click on the file and it will open the another window. Now this is having the or manipulation as well as the basic information. So if you will click on this icon information, so this is the basic information of the particular save file. Name of the file, its path, when it is created, then information from the provider like save file, encoding geometry, it is polygon file, and its extent. So this kind of basic information is provided from the property that you can access. You can right click and remove layer. You can right click and remove layer. So when you remove layer from this layer panel, this will be removed from this project. Actually, this file is located in your QGIS folder. So it will not be deleted from there. You have just deleted it from this project from here. And we are accessing those files using this software from here. So that won't be affected. Remember that. But if you are saving this project, then this project would be affected, because now if you are saving this project, this would be empty project. Now what is layers? What is layers? Layers are, as I said, basically they are the layers as like the sandwich or the burger. So when we are putting these files, dragging and dropping, let me put as many files as possible. Okay, alright. So now can you see here? This is known as the layers. So GIS store data in the form of the layers by layers, and all those layers having some particular information. Like this is the available road, this is the mosque available in the area, then this is the government facility available in the area, and this is the area itself. This is the check box. You can hide it for the temporary. Suppose you want to keep only mosque and the road to the area, then you can uncheck the other layers. So by unchecking, you can hide or show the layers. So now you should understand what do you mean by layers. Alright, so you can change the property of this save file from double clicking, or you can just right click and you can select the properties. So from here you can change the color, size of the line, you can label also. Okay, so go to symbology and from here you can change the colors. So in symbology, please make sure that this thing here, this single symbol, this should not be like embedded symbol. This should be like the single symbol or the other. It should not be like the this one embedded. Make sure that, otherwise you will not be able to change it. So single symbol, then you can change the opacity from here. Suppose if I am changing the opacity and this has been changed. So you can change the opacity from here. Then you can change the unit to points, pixel, meter at scale, like that, inches from here. So this is the pattern. So this has been changed. So many things you can do it from here. You can select it and you can remove from here. From here you can remove. You can change the symbol layer type from here. Simple fill, arrow, outline, this kind of things you can change from here. Simple. So we are keeping simple fill. Click OK. Color has been changed. And if you don't want a fill color, then you can change the color from here. This is a place from where you can change the color. And fill style, if you select no brush, then it will only show you outline. See, only outline. And you can change the size from here. This is the area from where you can change the apply. So the size of the border has been changed. Let me change it to again to 1. Alright, so this looks good. You can also change the whether it is solid line, no line, dashed line. So like that you can change from here. To apply the change, you have to click this apply button. This is the apply button where you can make the changes. Okay, then you can check the joint type, bevel, meter or round. You can also change the joint style. Okay, alright, okay. So we talk about the symbology. Now labels. Now you can label the these polygons. Currently there is no labeling, means you will not be able to understand what is this, now what this line represent, what this area represent. So let us label it. So right click and just open the attribute table. So we talk about attribute. Attribute are nothing but the non-spatial information, so non-location information that contained by that file. So here it is, you can see here name, description, timestamp, begin, end, and all those kind of information, type, created by. So whatever information at the time of creation you have provided, that will appear here. And alright, so it is a table view and this is the form view. So you click on this, then this form view will appear, and if you click on this, then the table view will appear. So remember this one is important. This is the form view and this is the table view. Similarly, this shows the all features. So all features. So why I open this table? Because you want to know that what field you will use to name it. So this is the field we are going to use for the naming purpose. Open the labels and select single label and select name. From this, so from here you can select the variable you want to label, name, description, timestamp. So whatever information you want to display, you can select from here. So this is a single label. You can have multiple label, rule based labeling. These kind of things can also be possible, that we will see later. So right now, so for the time being, I am selecting single label and name and click on apply. Okay, so now you can see here the label has appeared, Althan UATC. Okay, so this label is appear. Now I can also select the font. I can also change the font I want. I can change the font. I can change the opacity. I can change the size. Change the size of the font. Click apply. See, now it is appearing bigger. So that I can change. I can change the opacity. See, opacity change. So many things I can do from here. I can change the background, shadow, drop shadow, apply. So this is a drop shadow. So there are so many things you can do it from here. So play around with it and you will come to know draw callout. So this can also be possible. See, this kind of things can be done from here. So just play around with it and you will come to know that what can be done. So we have changed color, pattern. We have labeled it, label this file. This is the line, road file. Let us change the label to it. Label, single label, name. Okay, so you can see now this is the direction from NCH to Althan field practice area. So it has changed now the label is appearing on this road also. And you can change the thickness of the road from symbology. So you can change the width, apply. So now this road appear bigger and wider. This kind of property change can be done with the shapefile. You can do it. Alright, then using this icon you can zoom it and you can zoom out. This icon here. Using this plus and minus icon, you can zoom in and zoom out. To again go back to pan map, click on this icon. This one, this hand icon will again take you back. Click on this. I would be re-emphasizing the orders of layers. So let us quickly revise the orders of layers. So what is the order here? See, line, dots, then our area or the polygons or the shapefile. You can see that thing here. A line, dot, and the rectangle. Rectangle is represented by the polygons. So suppose if I change the order and put those all things behind it. So see here. So you are still able to visualize. But when so you would be able to visualize this if your shapefile is transparent, semi-transparent, having low opacity, or if it is having no brush. But if it is solid fill, then you won't be able to see the layers beneath it. See, now this mask layer and the road layer has been obscured by the above layer. So remember the order of the layer, otherwise you will forget this and you will be, as a beginner, if you won't remember this, then you would be continuously searching your layer, that where you have added the layer but it is not visible here. So this might be the reason. So again I am changing back the order, drag and drop that down. Okay, so now I have dot, line and polygons. So now you can see the roads and the mask layer, now it is appear. So again we are able to see it. So the layer of order is very much important, remember, otherwise you will keep searching and you won't find anything. Probably this could be the reason. Alright, so we said that, so this particular map or this road is having the particular location, coordinates. You can see that thing here. Here. Let me highlight. This is the coordinates of particular place. So if I am keeping my mouse or my cursor here, then you can see this is changing. These coordinates are changing. Now suppose I want to confirm it that this is the same thing, the same area where I am working. So how to? We need some references, isn't it? Alright, so how to, now here comes the importance of base map. So how to add base map? So we will be adding base map using the plugins. We would be adding base layer as a Google map or OpenStreetMap as a base layer that can be added using the plugin. Now what is plugin? As I said in previous part, plugins are nothing but the accessories, like our car or bike having the accessories. So click on plugins and manage and install plugins. So here it will appear that all the install plugins here. So this, when you freshly install QGIS, this many plugins will already been installed. And another important thing is, suppose if your processing toolbar is not working, then this might be the problem. Please make sure that it has been checked. This thing, this processing has been checked. Please make sure that it has been checked. Alright, so not install, this many things that has been not installed, and click on all and search on, you can type quick map services. So this is the quick map services. You can click on install plugin. You should be online, it requires internet connection, and within the moment it will install. So close. So we have installed the quick map services plugin. So now you can add the base map. To add the base map, either you can go to here, web, or you can from here also you can add the same. So let us do both the thing. So first I will click on web, then I will go to quick map services and I will add this OSM standard. This is the OpenStreetMap standard. Alright, so at the last it has added. Can you see it here? OSM standard. Alright, so now you can see that you can toggle it and you can see that it has. Okay, so our layer is kind of opaque, that is why we are not able to see it clearly. So let me make it little bit transparent. Okay, alright, so can you see it? So this is the same area we were working. So now it makes sense that this is something, this is not in the air, or this is not something in the canvas, but this is something in the actual world. So this is the Surat city and this is the area of India, Gujarat. This is the world. So it depends upon your internet speed. Okay, so I'm wondering where I am. So what to do? Did you remember? Just right click and zoom to layer, and you will be come back to your original area of interest. Okay, so this is the one way you can add, or you can just sorry, not this one. You can click here and you can add the layer from here. Remember this, from here, this icon. From here also you can add. Okay, so this is how you can add. There are also other methods that we will see later. So this is one important and useful method, adding base layer. Okay, then another important thing I want to show you is this search box. This is known as the QMS, search QMS. Click on this QMS. Okay, now you can type here India and click enter. This is online. Okay, so there are other base layer also available, like this one, Google Map. So you can also add Google Map. Click on add from here. Click on add and you will be able to add. So now we have this two base layer. One is the OSM standard and other is the Google Map. So you can switch on and switch off. So let me drag and drop it beneath the Google Map. So now our Google Map is on the top, so it will appear. But if I choose to close it, then the base layer would be OpenStreetMap. But I want to use Google Map, then I can change it. So this is how it works. So this is about the adding base map. So this confirm that area we are working is correctly our area of interest. Okay, now if you look at this here, this toolbar and this icon here, it shows the EPSG 4326. Now what is this? Now just double click on this. So this will open again the property of the layer. Now this is known as the project coordinate reference system. So this is the CRS, coordinate reference system. So we know that our earth, our globe is in the sphere form. It is the round, 3-dimension round, like a ball. So when we are referencing or when we are creating map, it is like this flat map. So for that adjustment, we are using a system that is known as the project coordinate reference system. So we will be discussing in detail in the later video series. But currently you need to remember that there is some kind of projection system to convert the globe into the flat map. So alright, so guys, so far we have been using a ready-made shapefile that is created by somebody else. In your case, it is by me. So I have provided the resources. If it is a big file or big data, for example, like a district or country or city file, then you can access it from the divagis.org. So what if you want to create shapefile by yourself? What to do? So it is very simple and very easy. So let us create some shapefile. Suppose I want to create this pond. Let me zoom it. This is the Gopi Lake. So what if I want to create this lake? So what you have to do, just either you can click from this new shape layer here, or you can go to layer, and rather than adding layer, you can create layer, new shapefile layer. Alright, so browse through the folder, click here again. So click here, and it will ask you to save as the name lake. Let me write Gopi Lake. Okay, where you want to save? I want to save it in a, so place you where you want to save your file. Okay, and system, just search for the UTF-8, click on that. Now this is very much important. Geometry type, you have to select geometry type. So whether it is point, multi-point, line, string, polygon. So we are going to select polygons. We are creating polygons. Then keep rest of the thing as it is. Okay, then these are the fields. By default it will only have this ID field. By default it is only having the one field, that is ID field. So I want to add another additional field, so I will be adding name. So again it is a text string variable. Click on here, click add to list. Then another important thing, type, again string, add to list. Suppose I also know the area, I want to measure the area, then it would be in the decimal area. So those kind of information or data you can add to your shapefile. Suppose if it is the hospital, then you can add whether it is type of facility, government, private, NGO, then opening hours, whether it is 24/7 or just daycare services. Those kind of information you can add. So click on OK. Alright, so we have, see here, we have successfully created one layer here. We have successfully created one layer. Now to add shape, the polygon, you must be in this layer only. If you are here and you want to, if you try to add layer, there it won't be possible. See here, and it will not be appear here. So you have to be here only. So you will be not be able to do it right now because there is no digitizing toolbar appear here. So just right click on this panel and click on digitizing toolbar. So now this digitizing toolbar appear here. Alright, so now you will be able to digitize. So click on this icon by selecting this layer. You have to select this layer and then you have to click. So to edit layer, you have to just toggle this. You can click on, now it is active. Again you click back, this become inactive. So this is digitizing toolbar. This should be appear here. If it is not there, make sure you right click here and you check, you mark this checkbox, digitizing toolbar, or you can go to view, panel, toolbars, and from here you can have this checkbox marked, digitizing toolbar. Alright, so now I am clicking on this icon, toggle editing. This is known as the toggle editing. Click on this. Now this toolbar become active. Okay, so now I can click on this icon. This is the polygon icon. So because we have created polygons, that is why it is appearing as a polygon. You can read add polygon feature. So click on that and now you will be able to draw . So you can zoom in and you can draw it precisely. Don't double click it, just zoom in. Then after you finish it, just right click it. Then it will open this box and it will ask you to add features. So ID I am adding one, name I am adding Gopi Lake, and type public, civic, civic facility, and its area I am just randomly writing 220 meter square. Just I am randomly typing. Okay, so now this layer is finished. You can now click on this toggle edit icon, and when you click on this toggle edit icon, it will ask you to save changes to layers copy lake. Alright, so when you click save, now it is saved. Alright, suppose if I want to again edit some edges, or want to edit this shape, then what I have to do? So you have to select this Gopi Lake shape file, and again you have to click on this toggle bar. Now you will be able to edit. So click on this icon here, click on this, and you will be able to edit. Now you can see the dots are visible, so you have to click on you can create new dots as well as the previous dot also you can select. So I'm just zooming it little bit, and I will click here, and I will adding these edges, making this little bit softer, smooth. Double click and you can drag. Double click and you can drag. Double click and keep pressing. Don't lift, otherwise it will disappear. See, if you leave your pressing, then it will not appear. You have to double click and you have to press on second pressing. On second clicking, you have to continue press the right click. Alright, so double click, keep pressing, double click, keep pressing, double click, keep pressing, then it will appear. Double click, keep pressing. Double click. See, this is how you can edit again, and when you click on this toggle editing, it will ask you to save the changes. So I can save the changes. Even you can whatever layer or whatever point you want to edit, you can just select. So I'm zooming to this layer. I want to edit this layer. Then again the same procedure. Click on toggle icon. Click on this icon labeled as vertex tool. So click on this vertex tool, and you will see you can only select and only edit the layers you have selected, otherwise not. Suppose if I want to I'm selecting this layer, Althan UHTC area map, and I want to edit it. Click on vertex. Now this will appear. See here. So you can double click, you can change the line, double click, change the line, double click, change the line. See, I don't want to save. So this is how you can create a shapefile. Suppose alright, so this is you have created in your project, but you want to save it as a shapefile. So how you can do that? So I can right click it and export save feature as, then you want to save it as a ESRI shapefile, ESRI shapefile. Then select the folder where you want to save. Label it as a Gopi Talao, Gopi Lake in my QGIS 2 folder. Save. Alright, so browse from here, and give the name, whatever name you want to give. Keep this whatever it is by default, UTF-8. Make sure that it is UTF-8, and the rest of the field you need not to bother about. Then click OK. So see, layer exported successfully, and the same layer is also added here. Alright, so this one is the created by us and this one is the added just now. So let us create another shape layer in the form of the line, a road. Okay, so same procedure. This time we will select from here, new shape file. Click on that. Same procedure, browse to your folder where you want to save this. Geometry type, now we have the line. We are making line. Name of the road. Click on add field. Then width of the road, decimal. Then type of road, whether it is a highway or city road. Click OK. So these are the field. So again, same procedure. Click on this toggle icon. So now instead of polygon, we have this line icon. See here. So click on that and you can draw this road. Right click it and it will ask you to number, name of the road. It is labeled as canal corridor. Width is around 20 meter. Type is city road. Okay, we cannot, because we have changed the field, so it is not a text field. That is why we are not able to type it. So we have added a road. When you click on toggle, it will ask you to save. So we have saved. So we have now created this road. Let us change the width of this line so it will look a little bit nice. Apply. Okay, so this one is the road we just created. Color. Okay. And similarly you can export this. So this is the new road that is we have added. Okay, similarly we can also add the point location, like cases, location, some crime spots or some tower. This kind of data can be added using the points. Fire station, hospitals, clinics, etc. Let us add hospital. Save. Geometry type point. Name, text, type, whether it is government or private. Then working hours. You can change the length from here. I'm keeping 100. Alright, so now we are creating some clinic or hospital. So I know that there is a hospital here. So I'm creating one. So now this has been changed from lines to dot or point. So click on this and add point. So we have added point and now it is asking us number, name, new civil hospital, type, government, working hour 24. Okay, all right. So if I click this icon, it will ask me to save. It is not visible, so what we can do, we can just change the size and icon. So this is the point layer. So click on this simple marker and we can change the icon. So style you can change from here. This is the simple marker. click on OK. So it has changed to simple marker, but again I want to change the size. Can make it 4, so it's now appear bigger. You can change the marker type from simple marker to SVG marker, mask, SVG marker. Then I can have this symbol, hospital symbol. Let us do this one. Okay, so it has changed the symbol but not the size, so we can change the size. Click apply, it should appear bigger. Okay. So I have changed the symbol, so you can also change the symbol and you can save it. So this procedure of creating map or shapes like the lines, polygons or the points, this is known as the digitizing process using base map. So we have used this process and we have created one point, hospital point, then we have created the road and one this one, a lake, as a polygon. Alright, so then if you close this, then it will ask you to save the project. So if you will not save this project, then whatever work you have done, that will disappear. So it is very necessary, it is very important that you save the project. For if you are working on some project and you want to use it later, then you have to save it as a project. So again, select the location of your project, QGIS 2, and name it as a give some name and save it. So now it has been saved, and you can also save it using from here, this button, using this save button. You can also save your project from here. Alright guys, so this is it for today's video. In the later part we will be discussing the other aspect of the shapefile, like clipping of shapefiles, how to extract the district file from the country file, how to extract boundary, and so. Thank you.